So while we're doing this, I was just going to go ahead and take a moment to talk about some of the things that are going on in the industry. Um, there are some bills that are up right now in the Senate and in the House, and one of the bills is the hemp bill. To say the least, I know that there are going to be a lot of people on the hemp side of this argument who are going to be very pleased. In my opinion, those people who are involved in hemp in Mississippi should be very pleased because this bill legitimizes you. Uh, it allows you to operate in a lot of spaces. Um, and for hemp growers, that's amazing. They did create a light beverage category for beverages that are infused with hemp and or cannabis products. There are some guidelines specifically on that. Um, there are no limits as to the potency of the THCA, or even for that matter, as far as the gummies. Um, on that level, I think that the hemp bill didn't do enough because it's going to interfere with the medical side of things. I mean, in a nutshell, guys, the difference between THC and THCA is THCA has not gone through a process called uh, decarbylation. It hadn't been de- decarboxylized. Okay, it has not been decarboxylized. Uh, and when that happens, it activates the THC that's in THCA, which is the primary uh, one of the primary ingredients in hemp, as opposed to cannabis. Uh, Cannabis also has THC in it, but it also produces THC. Uh, and the THC is that euphoria, that happy that cannabis gives you. Also, uh, price points are very close, right? So why would you even need a medical card if the state of Mississippi has said to the hemp growers that as long as your product is sourced in America and has a valid COA, has gone through testing by an approved testing facility in the United States, then you can sell all the THCA you want. Well, in a nutshell, it basically says that that's the legalization, in my humble opinion, of cannabis. The only thing is that the effects won't last as long as cannabis. For a lot of people, they may not even notice. So, what does that do for the industry? It actually, to me, makes it more difficult to work in the medical side of it as opposed to the hemp side of it. For example, in order to sell or be a distributor, the licensing fee is only $200, as opposed to on the medical side, right? It is a $25,000 fee plus $15,000, right? For a grand total of $40,000 just to have a license in Mississippi to open a dispensary, with the renewal of that being $25,000 a year. Okay. On the other side of things, right, for $200, I can open up a smoke shop and sell all the things in that smoke shop that I cannot sell in my dispensary. Mind you, both of those things are cannabis. They produce cannabinoids, and they will pretty much do the same thing without as much euphoria or the longevity. So basically, as a patient and as a citizen of the great state of Mississippi, you got this one wrong. At this stage of the game, no one, and I do mean no one, should ever go to jail for possession of marijuana, simply because in 2018, Donald Trump signed into law the Farm Bill. That Farm Bill legalized hemp at 0.03 in all 50 states and US territories. Okay? That's a wonderful thing. It sounds great. Well, prior to this year, and if all of this is enacted into law, signed into law by the governor. On July the 1st in Mississippi, all vape shops, all persons who sell hemp and or cannabis will be subject to they have to get a license. That license is $200 to grow, and I think it's as much as $200 to operate a smoke shop, $200 to be a wholesaler, and another $500 to grow. So for under $1,000 in Mississippi, you can legally obtain a license, grow hemp, process hemp, and sell hemp. You can do it. And ultimately, it will be a detriment to the medical industry. But so let me go ahead and light this up, and we'll get back to some of the conversations that I'm having. Again, if you have any thoughts about what I'm saying, please feel free to reach out, email me. You can contact me via Facebook, my Facebook page. My Instagram page is Devereaux Galloway 321. My Facebook page is Devereaux Galloway. And you can also reach out to the website at paradisevibesms.com and go to the website there and find out some more wonderful information. But if you have anything, any comments, any complaints, please feel free to reach out to me. Let me know how you feel about it, and we can always have a discussion on any topic, okay? So let's go. Here we go. Okay. First impressions. It's a little earthy. It's a little gassy. First impressions, I don't like the taste. And I know the grower very well. He's a good guy. We've had a lot of conversations. Yeah, I think it needs to be dialed in a little bit more. But we're gonna see how long this thing takes before it can take effect, and we'll let you know what else is going on. So, yeah, okay. So that pull, yeah, the flavor is just it's off-putting to me. I really don't like the flavor of it. It's giving me a lot of earthiness. And there's some burn too on the backside. So it's definitely gassy, but it doesn't leave me wanting, the flavor is just a little bit off-putting for me. So I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with that. But as I was saying, who is who's looking out for the patient? Who's advocating for the patient? You know, as it pertains to advocacy, you have organizations who are looking out for the members, its members, and its members primarily consist of growers. You're going to have your big three, which is Mockingbird, Southern Crop, or Southern Corp, Southern Sky. I think we have to add Kudzu to the mix, River Remedy, Good Day Farms. You know, those people, those growers who are integrated fully from seed to sale, I think you need to do a better job. It's going to be important to have someone at all facets of grow here in Mississippi. You need the micro growers. Those guys grow with passion. And in my opinion, it's the small micro growers and the tier 1 growers who pay more attention to detail when it comes to their flower. I think that's what's missing. We're going to need someone that can be a bridge builder between the patient and a direct line of correspondence with the grower. someone also needs to advocate to our legislators on the patient side of things on behalf of the patient. Uh, Many of the suggestions that are being brought forth by our government here in Mississippi is doing very little to help sustain the medical industry. In some ways, it's like they want it to fail. Low key, I think that they're doing very little to make sure or to ensure the success of the program. For example, you can only get 84 grams a month. And once your units are gone, they're gone. You can't get any more than that. But they increase the amount of byproduct that you can have, such as gummies and tinctures and those things. And now they calculate it differently on your Mississippi MMCU numbers. Okay, they calculate that different now. It'll be calculated the same as 1 gram of flour is going to be equivalent to, I guess, 1 gram of distillate or something like that. Even though that's a concentrate, mind you, it's a concentrate. It's a concentrate, right? And concentrates are generally stronger than flour. Go figure, right? So you increase the amount of concentrate that I can have, but not the amount of flour. Guys, if you're listening to me, guys, the flour is a far better way to consume your medicine, right? You're getting that plant in its natural form, right? Doing very little to it other than adding heat, okay? The guys on the government side who are enacting these laws need to be more aware on what hemp is versus what cannabis is. Do your homework so that you will know that THCA, tetrahydrocannabinol acid, and tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, are closely related, okay? And they both produce THC as well as THCA. So, dispensary owners should be allowed to sell hemp and its byproducts because it contains THC. Okay? There's no reason that the state of Mississippi in this day and age should allow an uneven playing field when it comes to the medical marijuana industry. Medical marijuana dispensary owners should be allowed to sell THCA and THCA products. It should be allowed, right? Because if you're going to allow the other side the opportunity to function and have their products coming in from outside of the state of Mississippi, then I should be able to get my products from outside the state too, because they're going to be able to sell their product at a better price point, right? Because the market is flooded with hemp. The leading producer of hemp in the United States are primarily 2 states, right? That's North Carolina and Kentucky. North Carolina and Kentucky produce more hemp in the United States than any other state in our nation. Those people who sell hemp will be able to go to those places, get their product, bring their product into the state of Mississippi, as long as it has a valid COA on it, and they'll be able to get it, come through the Department of Health, go through the Department of Revenue, and they have to be registered with the state to do all these things, of course, and they will be able to sell their products at a better price than me, because my growers are competing with Good Day Farms, with Southern Sky, Southern Crop, River Remedy, right? They can't compete. The small guy can't compete with these law. We need to have some law to have pricing be level pricing, right? Because the big boys are pricing the local Mississippi growers out of a job. They're pricing them out of a job. These local small micro cultivators cannot compete with the corporate guys. So friends, we have a decision. We really have a decision to make. We have to do better. As patients, we control the narrative. We don't have to allow these growers to tell us what they're going to give us. We can demand that they grow a better product, right? And they have more openness and transparency about what it is they're growing, right? The prices need to be equitable as well, because you have small cultivators who don't have the luxury of all the testing. Because on the medical side, watch this, on the medical side, there's quite a bit of testing that goes on before you, the consumer, can even buy this product, okay? Before you can even buy this product, it has gone through lots of testing. Lots and lots of, and it's expensive. And my small cultivators are taking a hit. They don't have the luxury of selling their products below market value, like a Good Day Farm, like a Southern Sky, like a Southern Crop, like a River Remedy, right? Like a Kudzu, right? Don't have the luxury of selling their products that low. They have a family. They have friends that are all dependent on them to be successful in this endeavor. And the only way that this can happen is if the community of patients come together and demand better pricing. Also, doctors. Doctors. The only people really getting paid in this industry are the doctors and the major cultivators. I mean, you charging over $100 for a medical license. I mean, for a patient card. And that's before I can even buy anything in the store, right? The only people making money are the doctors and the cultivators and the testers. The dispensary owners, I'm going to tell you the truth, the dispensary owners aren't making a lot of money. Many of these dispensary owners are just paying their light bills. That's all, right? Many of these guys are getting in debt because they're on the cultivators' money because they got it on lien. How can we be better? How can we be better? I have the answer. I'm going to tell you how we can be better. Number one, level pricing. You should not be able to sell your flower at a below market price just because you have an abundance of it and just because you have a lot of money to spend, right? You're flooding the market with bad product, okay? It's not benefiting anybody. It's making you look good on paper because you're moving product. And many of the people that you're moving product to don't even know any better. Yeah, but take a moment right quick. So, it's easy. It's not giving me much of a rush. I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest with you. It's fair. It's a fair smoke. Definitely not in my top 10, unfortunately. And again, I like the grower. He's a good guy. He's a friend of mine. So I hope you're not too angry at me about giving you my honest opinion of Jack Herer. It needs to be dialed in a bit much. I think it had some room to grow. It may have been harvested either late or maybe a little early. There's something it's missing something. I've had Jack Herer in the past, and it was a different smoke altogether. Yeah, out of 10, I'm gonna give this one a 3. 3 out of 10. Yeah, I don't recommend it. Again, but if you're interested, go to Paradise Vibes at 125 West Northside Drive. They have partnered with Miss Jane Company, and they do carry several of the products from Miss Jane Company. They have Jack Herer, they have Mr. Nasty, and they have another one that I can't recall the name of right now. But if you're interested in any of the products that are tested on my show, feel free to go to the Paradise Vibes at 125 West Northside Drive, and go in there and ask for Jack Herrera, or Mr. Nasty, or any of the other products that may be on there, because they have products from all of the growers. So we definitely support all, especially all of our local micro growers. Paradise Vibes is a boutique shop. I'll tell you that right now. They do not carry everybody's product. They only carry what they deem to be the best of products, okay? So you can trust that when you go to Paradise Vibes, you're going to speak with a knowledgeable bud tender who can explain to you the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to smoking cannabis. Even if you're interested in the gummies, that information can be given and shared freely. So if you don't have anything else to do one day, go by Paradise Vibes, have a conversation. I promise you, it will be life changing. In conclusion, guys, I really want to encourage you to go out and be a part of Support 420. Guys, go to the website, click on the links, and enroll in some of the things that we got going on. And I promise you, help me to get 50,000 signatures. Guys, I'm trying to get 50,000 signatures for Support 420 so that we can go to the legislative bodies, so we can go to those people who are making law, so we can go there and we can lobby. But that takes you guys. I need your signature, right? I need your signature right now. Go out, go to support420inc.com, click on that link, and become a member. 50,000, guys. We need 50,000 members so that we can go to the Capitol and we can take our concerns to those legislators, and we can let them know that we want something better for the state of Mississippi, right? We want better, but it won't happen without your support. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Just hit the like button. You're already watching it. Just hit the like button and subscribe and share. I tell you what, also, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away $100 when we get 100 subscribers. Guys, I'm going to pick a subscriber, right? It's going to pick one. I'm going to give away $100 when we get 100 subscribers, guys. So we got 58 right now. We're well on our way to getting 100. So help me to help you guys, and let's do this thing together. And remember, it's 420 somewhere.